Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, hey, my name is Abraham Pascal Mafubedu, but you can just call me Lay and then on period. So today I'm doing yet another VR review. I know. It took time once again for this one to be released, but due to a number of factors, including ESCOM, the day I catch you, ESCOM, the day I catch you, I end up not being able to film on time. So therefore, the videos have been like, you know, prolonged, I guess I could say. But yeah, I'm back with another BR review. I'm doing yet another fave of mine, which is Secret Cut. Secret Crush on You. It's one of my faves, and I can't wait to just tell you guys about it. So at the beginning, like I was a bit like, because I don't know, it was just not giving that much. Like I thought that it would be a really nice series at the beginning, but it was just so weird. There was just so many weird things happening. Even like when there were interactions between the main couple, like there was just so many weird things happening. I was just like, are you sure this is giving, honey? Because it's not giving what I thought it would give. But eventually it did give, and eventually I did like it, and I was like, okay, it's a series I would vouch for. So yeah, definitely watch it again. So let me just give you a backstory of the series. So in this series we have two main characters, which is Thor and Noah. And basically Thor is like a shy guy who is very closed off and isn't like out there. But when he's with his friends, he's a totally different person. But he's very much shy and closed off. And then he had a crush on one of like the big guys in school, and this is Noah. And because he doesn't necessarily want Noah to know, it ends up being a secret crush, hence Secret Crush on You. Love when everything just comes together like that. Thor has this huge crush on this guy, and he does like slight things to like make the guy aware that he has a crush on him, but the guy keeps on like dodging them, like not taking what Thor is throwing at him. Like it just, yeah, but like at the end of the day also, like because it's a secret crush, it makes sense that what's his name, Noah doesn't pay attention or that much attention to what Thor is doing. But because he's trying his best to like show this guy that actually I have a crush on you and stuff like that, it would make sense for Noah to try to like, throw back the bone. Like Thor is throwing, and Noah is not catching, which is quite sad. But eventually it does, it does catch. And but yeah, so Thor does these cute things to like get Noah's attention, and also like his friends help him out because his friends know that he has a secret crush on Noah, right? And like when they're together, this is Thor and his friends. His friends are Scout, Daisy, and Som. Yeah, Som is the girl, and then the others are like the three queer guys. I am haunted again by this number. Oh, but yeah, so we have the three queer guys, and then we have Som, who's the girl of the group. So like they keep helping him out to like actually like end up like having Noah find out that he has a crush on him, but he doesn't necessarily want Noah to know because he loves this thing of admiring this guy from a distance. He doesn't want to end up finding himself in this relationship because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of being in the relationship with Noah, which I'm gonna like touch on also better in the review, because there's a line which I had to actually go back and watch that episode, a specific episode, to get that line, because at the beginning this line had me. It had me, and I said, Abafana and words. Abafana and the tongue. Not to be messed with. But yeah, it had me in the first half. But I don't know, now like hearing it again or like reading it because I read subtitles, just like it's not giving me that much. But yeah, so there are scenes where we find door like I said, like doing hints. One I remember specifically is where he had this care package, I could say. It had like an orange, or was it specifically the orange? I can't remember correctly. But he left it at Noah's what is this called? Like that window, that car window by the door. Because also Noah he drives entire Mercedes Benz. And I'm just like, these kids, these other countries. Wow, because he's not the first one I've seen in these kind of series that drive like expensive cars. Like he's one of many. Thor and his friends left that care package, and then Noah came to his car, and then he actually saw that Thor left that package. He smiled and then took the package and then went and threw it into the dustbin. I was just like, Haibo. Like also when we get into the story, we find out that Noah also had a crush on Thor. So it doesn't make any sense that Noah would do that while else he would want Thor not to hate him. Like it didn't make any sense. Like this upset me when it came to the series because I was just like, I don't understand what's going on. And I felt like a lot of stuff kind of like went up. What is the saying? Around the bush. Yeah, they went around the bush with a lot of stuff. Like they didn't go straight to the point. And I think that kind of irritated me because I was just like, this is the point. Why are you guys circling around it? Like I was so confused. But those were some of the things that Thor was doing to catch Noah's attention. But Noah, even though Thor did catch Noah's attention, but Noah's not giving in. And I think Noah started giving in when he saw that he needs to like also like grab Thor's attention. He started doing things like, for instance, he invited Thor to his sister's birthday party because his sister actually loved Thor's pictures. Thor was like a photographer, but I'm not sure he was a professional photographer, but because Noah was able to book him, I think he could be booked. Noah's sister loved Thor's photography skills, so Noah's like, I know Thor, let me invite him, and also just gives me an opportunity to know him better. So he did that, and that kept becoming a back and forth thing, but they reached a point where they ended up being in a relationship, and we sort of saw them having a lot of challenges, and it was mainly because of Thor's insecurities. Thor's insecurities like were so huge, like he was just so insecure and he didn't feel like he was worthy of Noah. And I think mainly it's because Noah was like this unknown guy and he was very well respected in the school. So I think because of that, Thor didn't feel like, okay, I'm worthy, I could be with this guy. So his insecurities honestly got the best of him. Like he constantly doubted himself, constantly looked down on himself and stuff like that. And this cuts to the line where Thor, oh yes, it drama. So Thor kept collecting everything that either Noah touched or Noah, like the package that he threw away. Thor literally took it out of the bin and kept it in his room. Like Thor. So because of that, he ended up having like a lot of stuff in his room, and he also had pictures of Noah since he liked taking pictures. He had pictures of Noah in his room. So this one time Noah wanted to come to Thor's room. So in order to hide everything, his friends helped him like sort of like sew a cover up, I could say. Like it was a couple of like cloths put together, and they sort of like were able to cover up a mural, I could say a mural of Noah's pictures. So it covered a mural of Noah's pictures, and then in terms of the stuff he collected, he put them in boxes, so you couldn't necessarily see them when you entered his room. So this one time, Noah and Thor were in the room, and the cover up fell, and Noah saw all of his pictures put up on the wall, and he was like, what's going on here? And Thor was embarrassed and didn't know what to say. He was just super embarrassed, and they end up having a conversation about it, and Noah understood where Thor was coming from, but what led them to end up fighting was the fact that one of the boxes fell, and one of the boxes had like obviously the stuff that Thor was collecting. And Noah's like, this is creepy. What's going on? And then Noah was emotional. He started being emotional, started crying and saying, like, you know what, I don't deserve you. You're so much better than me. I don't deserve you. And then cut to the line that Noah said, which had me the first time, not this time around. It had me the first time. Let me take my book because I wrote it down. So now come Noah and he says, he talks to Odo. He says, how come you still think this way? This is Noah to Do. How come you still think this way? You keep thinking about breaking up with me all the time. I'm not the extraordinary person you think I am. I'm just an ordinary person that wants to be next. Yeah? That wants you that wants you to be next to me. I'm that simple, though. I don't need anything more than that. I said, oh, what? What did you just say, sir? What did you just utter out of your mouth? I was shook the first time. I was like, okay, come through, Maya Angelou. But yeah, he had that line, and that line honestly had Dor weak in his knees, and he obviously continued with the relationship with Nua. And yeah, it was just a lot of back and forth in terms of the relationship. But I think after that, they sort of like had a much better relationship because now Dor didn't necessarily see Nua in that light anymore. So they could have a proper relationship instead of it being a relationship where Dor is constantly scared or constantly thinking he's not good enough and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the relationship between Nua and Dor. We also have supporting couples. We have Cow and Sky. Cow and Sky, their relationship was really interesting because Cow, similar to his friend, had insecurities and stuff like that. But Cow was more aware of himself and more confident in himself, I could say, more than Noah. And he was not necessarily into the idea of being in a relationship. And I think it's because he just didn't feel like being in a relationship at all. But the guy kept persisting on being in a relationship with Cow, and he eventually agreed. And they had their rocky moments as well, but it was a really wholesome relationship, and they were a really good supporting couple. We also have another supporting couple, and it is In Touch and Daisy. Normally in BL series, when you find a feminine, I could say, queer person, they don't necessarily get given a proper relationship and respected that much. But in this series, we do see that, and that happens when it comes to Daisy. We get to see Daisy in a proper relationship with In Touch. Like, Daisy was scared. Daisy likes to act tough, but he's scared, and he wasn't like just, I'm gonna jump into search with this guy and stuff like that. He ended up like questioning the relationship, questioning like the guy and his intentions, and like I feel like because maybe he has had trauma when it comes to interacting with boys, he just like, I don't know if this is genuine, this is true, how good it can be. So I think that's one thing that affected him the most. But he ended up like doing pretty well in terms of like how he responded to everything that was happening. He didn't embarrass himself, or did he? I think there were moments he embarrassed himself, but not too much. And I can't remember if they ended up being in a proper relationship, but they ended up being together. Yeah, that's what I remember. And then last but not least, we have the only girl in the group, which is Som, and her partner Tor. It's Tor. Like I can't really pronounce it properly, but it's Tor. And yeah, the relationship was fine. Like it wasn't hectic or anything. Like the relationship was fine. They obviously Tor found an interest in Som, and Som saw that Tor has an interest in her, and they sort of like vibed. And yeah, it wasn't hectic or anything. The couples that had a lot of drama was definitely Nua and Do, Cow and Sky, and In Touch and Daisy. And yeah, like I loved the series. It was really good. It touched on a lot of things, and I love the fact that they put feminine or femme boys in the front this time around, because that doesn't necessarily happen when it comes to BL. We see them just not being taken seriously, or they're always the butt of the joke or something like that. But this time around, like they were actually taken seriously, and they were like, you know, the star of the show. So yeah, it was really cool, and like it was a really nice series. I would definitely watch it again. I would recommend you to watch it as well. Yeah, that's all I think I had for this review. Once again, I didn't really dive deep into it, so you definitely can still watch it and get, you know, your own perspective on it. And once you do come back and leave a comment and let me know what you think. That is all from me. I am very much thankful that you got to this point. If you did get to this point, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that's it in terms of this review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on your post notification bells so you can get a notification every time I post. Yeah, that's all from me. I hope to see you in my next review. Bye.